We are here to bring a new type of news show.
New insights, new styles, and new topics every day.
We are News Generation.
Bringing news just for you. It's Friday, March 28th here in Seoul. I'm Song Yujin, and thanks for starting your day with News Generation. Joining us today is Lee Won-bin.
Good morning.
Good morning, and Chris.
Hello, happy to join you.
Happy Friday. Now, both are here to speak on behalf of those in their 20s and 30s. So, every Friday, we wrap up the week by diving into hot topics that excite young people worldwide. And one area that never fails to capture our attention is technology, because after all, our generation is known for being tech savvy. So, here on News Gen, we've been keeping you updated on the latest Galaxy S series whenever a new model hits the market, and this year is no exception. So today we're zooming in on the flagship phone of the moment, which is the Galaxy S25. And these days, if a new gadget hits the market, chances are it comes packed with artificial intelligence. So I want to ask you, Brooke, just how deeply has AI woven itself into our daily lives?
Oh, it's become a vital part of our lives, I think. I didn't used to use it before, but it just kind of just creeps on you know?
Yeah.
It's got uses in education, healthcare, and just basic daily activities. Now, notably, IT devices are increasingly using AI features, and it's not just our smartphones and our tablets, it's also things like speakers, cameras, vacuum cleaners, and even our refrigerators.
You name it.
That's right. And we've also got these virtual powered AI assistants that help you with everything. They help you manage your schedule, set reminders, control your various smart home appliances. We've also got navigation apps that use AI to help predict the optimal routes and analyze real-time traffic, which makes driving a lot more convenient. And speaking of driving, you're probably listening to your favorite music on an app. That's a streaming service that often uses AI algorithms in order to predict and tailor playlists just for you. And other streaming services have that as well, to tailor entertainment just to your needs. Doesn't stop there. AI is also used in banking. It detects fraudulent transactions. It's also used in healthcare. My father is a doctor, and he uses AI devices in his work often. He uses it for translation purposes. It can also be used for diagnosing diseases, analyzing medical images, and predicting patient outcomes. So in summary, all of these advancements really highlight the fact that AI has become kind of seamlessly integrated into our lives, and it's made things a lot more efficient.
I think it's not an exaggeration to say that you cannot not use AI these days.
That's right. You can't avoid it.
Right, you can't avoid it. Then Won-bin, could you please tell us how AI is shaping smartphones?
Yes, so as the tech guy of NewsGen, I'm the official tech guy of NewsGen, for those of you who didn't know, I'm very eager to break down the new features and the AI trends in smartphones. So since the late 2010s, the smartphone market began to saturate as the technologies have been refined enough that people don't feel the need or the necessity to upgrade to the latest versions. However, starting from 2023, where AI started to get all the attention and all the spotlight, the smartphone market saw a new potential that could save them. Samsung has launched the new Galaxy S25 and definitely maxed out on the AI features, which I will explain throughout our show today. And Apple also accelerated their implementation of Apple Intelligence, which is their AI model, and was planned to be released to the public in the late 2024. But unfortunately, they announced that there will be a delay due to technical difficulties. So a lot of companies are racing to put AI models into their phones.
A lot of tech giants are indeed jumping on the bandwagon of AI, right?
Yes.
Okay, so now we're going to turn the spotlight to our main topic of the day, which is the Galaxy S25 itself. So, Won-bin, I want to ask you, what AI-driven features are included in this latest model?
All right, well, so it's going to take me the whole day to thoroughly explain
Because there
everything.
were a lot of
Yeah,
new
there are
features.
a lot of new features, new processors and new RAMs and SSDs, but I'm gonna skip that part. I'm just gonna
He really is the tech guy.
the key points of the AI features. So the Samsung Galaxy S25 obviously includes the basic AI functions such as seamless translations and basic task assistance. But this was something that you could find in the previous predecessor S24 as well. Now on top of that, the S25 includes the new and advanced functions such as circle to search,
Right.
which is if you circle something on a screen that you would like to know, it'll automatically search it for you. And it can also accurately accurately search a photo from your album through a voice communication. So if you say, I'm looking for my dog, it's brown and it's small, and I'm looking for a picture that when it was a baby, and it'll, boom, give you the right pictures.
I need that for my cat.
Yeah, you don't have to find it. It's going to take like a lot of time when you do it by yourself, but AI can do that now. And recording calls into a text format as well, which can come in very handy. And an additional feature that intrigued the younger generations especially is the AI Photoshop feature. S25 is capable of editing pictures according to a given prompt, such as remove the people in the background or make my arms more muscular.
Very useful.
Yes. And not only that, it can also cut out the unwanted audio noise from videos too, such as the car noises or the background ambient noises.
Right, so a lot of breakthrough innovations have been added to the latest Galaxy S model. But beyond AI, Brooke, what are some other standout features that have users talking?
Well, a survey conducted by Samsung Electronics among Galaxy S25 series buyers revealed that the top factor influencing their purchase decision was actually performance, related to the latest processor and memory. I personally built a PC by myself for the very first time, so I feel like now I can be the tech girl. I know some of these
tech guy
things.
Girl.
But actually, more purchasers than I anticipated really think about these things like processors and memory when they are trying to buy a phone. And in addition to AI features, the device's slimmer and more lighter design, in addition to the competitive pricing, contributed to its popularity. Notably, the Galaxy AI Subscription Club garnered the most attention from consumers in their 20s and 30s. This program offers a 50% residual value guarantee upon device return after 1 year, along with the Samsung Care Plus smartphone damage protection plan. And around 60% of the subscription users for this plan belonged to the MZ generation, which makes sense because we're kind of the subscription generation. We really like a sub-based model, and so it really resonated well with this demographic. So thanks to these advantages, the Galaxy S25 set a new record as the fastest selling Galaxy series device, surpassing 1 million units in just 21 days. That was 1 week faster than its predecessor, the S25. So it's doing very well, needless to say.
It seems that it is doing very, very well in the tech market. So with so many advanced features being introduced, which Wonbin and Brooke both introduced, it's no wonder that choosing a new phone has become a real dilemma for many. So we asked our viewers, what's your top priority when buying a smartphone? So the three options in our Arirang News YouTube poll were design, price, and AI features. And among the three options, 71% prioritized price, followed by design with 19%, and then AI features with 10%. But I want to mention that the price of the two biggest phone giants, which is Samsung and Apple, they are kind of, I think they're all pricey. Consumers are feeling that
the flagship phones are very expensive.
Right, they are. So they are both expensive. So once again, in the Apple-Samsung debate, it's getting fiercer. And with the Galaxy S25 now stepping up its game with its mind-blowing AI features, it's making the decision between iPhones and Galaxies even tougher for consumers. So I want to ask you, have you used both, and which side do you stand on?
Well, so this topic, this debate of iPhone versus Galaxy, it's not only a hot potato in Korea, but globally as well. When I was in Canada, we were having the same conversation with everyone. And in fact, both companies actually have a very loyal user base.
They do.
So if people who are using iPhone is very likely to get the next iPhone, and people who are using Galaxy are also very likely to change to a newer Galaxy. However, it seems like the Samsung's new flashy AI features are making the iPhone users to think twice about their next smartphone decision. To give further explanation, let's take a look at the stats. According to SellCell, a global used phone marketplace, 17% of iPhone users answered that they're willing to change to Galaxy for a better AI feature, while only 10% of Galaxy users answered that they will change to iPhone. And personally, I used both Galaxy and iPhone, and to answer your first question, they definitely do have pros and cons. For viewers who are not familiar with both ecosystems, in a nutshell, Galaxy offers you the latest tech-savviest features, and iPhone gives you a more of a refined and an optimized experience with the existing technologies. When using Galaxy, I really enjoyed its new features and functions that the iPhones didn't have. For example, the super fast charging, we can charge up to 45 watts, which is planned to go up to 60, and it'll allow your phone to charge up to 50% in like 10 minutes. So it's really
You
supercharging.
sound like a tech expert.
I know.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would buy a phone from Wonbin. I really would.
Also, there's the 10x optical zoom that Galaxy phones provide. It also has a 100 times hybrid optical zoom, but I'm not going to talk about that today. I think it's a little bit too much. But yeah, however, there are many tech advantages that you can yield from having a Galaxy. However, right now I'm using iPhone at the moment because I use a lot of tech devices like iPads and MacBooks, and the compatibility that the Apple ecosystem has definitely boosts my work efficiency and productivity a lot. So I did use both. And I really appreciate the pros of Galaxy. However, right now, I'm using an iPhone.
So to sum it up, if you want a compatible ecosystem, you would prefer an iPhone more, and if you want to try out the latest like tech trends, that will be Galaxy?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you for summarizing.
My pleasure. I hope I summed it up
I did
well.
kind of geek out on that, so thank you.
Then what do you think, Brooke?
Oh, well, I've always used Apple devices, but I was living in Korea and I figured, this is the land of Samsung. This is the land of Android. I might as well just try it. So a few years ago I did, and I got teased by my family and friends because my messages turned green, right? That's always the debate when you use Android versus iPhone. But I really enjoy going to concerts. So speaking of the optical zoom, I noticed that using an Android device, oh my gosh, my videos and my pictures were so crisp
It's
and
great
so
for
HD.
sports and like
Yes,
K-pop
going to
fans.
performances and things like that. I loved that. And I also enjoyed the customization of kind of the look and the aesthetic, whereas iPhone is more of a uniform experience. But I have to say, I am a creature of habit, and I eventually went back to the comfort of the Apple ecosystem. Like Wonbin said, it really boosts your work productivity and efficiency because the AirDrop feature really allows you to just effortlessly share between devices. So I am now an iPhone user once again, but I had a great experience, and I really definitely see the merits of the Samsung series devices and all Androids in general. They are very solid devices.
Yeah, I think that both brands do have a lot to offer to users. So once again, it's a really tough choice. So now for a global perspective, I spoke with a marketing expert for insights on how the Galaxy S25 is performing in international markets. We'll be back after the interview.
NewsGen wants to hear from you. Go to YouTube and search our channel Arirang News. Click Community and leave a comment down below. Make a new type of news with us.
Yeah, I think the Galaxy S25 is fairly popular among the younger consumers. I've read some articles mentioning that in South Korea, it became the fastest selling Galaxy model, surpassing 1 million units in domestic sales within just 21 days of its launch. And also that approximately 60% of the subscribers to Samsung's Galaxy S25 subscription model are in their 20s or 30s. And additionally, in India, I saw that the series received over 430,000 pre-orders, which is a 20% increase from the S24 series. And I think that indicates a robust demand for the S25 series. Like looking at the reviews from various tech reviewers, I think influencers such as Marcus Brownlee or Mr. Who's the Boss, who are very famous for tech reviews, especially phone reviews, they all say that the phone is really gorgeous and it feels great to use. However, there is a slight nuance, like they all feel that the S25 series is just a more refined and polished version of the S24, which is not a bad thing in itself. Is why make something a drastic change when it's working? The S24 was such a resounding success. And I think like for the S25 series, everything is kind of the same as the S24, but just a little bit faster, a little bit cleaner, and a little bit smoother. And there's nothing groundbreaking, but it just works so well. a lot of the changes actually didn't come from the hardware, but on the software updates. So I think this is what Samsung has been doing really well. And all of the new updates that is coming to the S25 are also going to be normally updated on the S24 and the other models. So I think overall, this is just a revamp of the software that Samsung has been prioritizing. Nothing really changed regarding the hardware except the chip, the new chip that they're using. But at some point, we are hitting the limit where we cannot really perceive the changes in speed, etc. Just for the normal consumers, we don't push the hardware, the device to the extreme. So for us, it's just how it feels to use in a daily life. I think moving forward, it will come down to how useful the AI will be. Because all the companies nowadays, they're all featuring new AI features, new AI integration to make everything smoother and easier for the consumers. But at the end of the day, there are only a very limited amount of AI features that actually works. Like, for example, three of the main ones that really works well for the S25 is the AI Select, the Gemini integration that feels a lot smarter than the Google Assistant, and the Object Eraser. But if we look at the other AI features that they integrated into the S25, a lot of them are working but not really useful, so to say. So I think moving forward, the company that manages to offer more helpful AI will win the consumers over. And I would say that Samsung is definitely close to attaining this. They have the AI features, now they just need to work. I would say like we have different types of consumers. There are consumers that really like the games, so they want things that are optimized for the games. And there are more and more consumers that are more video or content focused. So for these people, like the object eraser or the video editing or the audio remover, etc., those are features that normally we have to use an external tool to do, but now we can do it directly on the phone. So those, I think, those could be some reasons why the S25 was so appealing to the younger generation, because it already has all of these content creation related features integrated in the phone itself.
All right, so we're back after our interview. So ending off our episode today, we know that tech evolves at lightning speed. So what's cutting edge today could be obsolete tomorrow. So looking ahead, how do you think smartphones will evolve in the coming years? I mean, smartphones are getting smarter every year.
That's right. Yeah,
what do you think?
They're becoming very smart smartphones, and I can't wait for the day it becomes my very own Jarvis. Like, I look forward to the day when it can talk like a real human.
I like that analogy.
Yeah, and no unnaturalness whatsoever. I grew up watching Jarvis from Iron Man again, and you guys might not know, but Tars and Case from the movie Interstellar, yeah, they're like these cube moving robots, but they talk like real human as well. And I want to comfortably order them to like send a message to someone or send an email without worrying that it'll send it with the wrong wording or the nuance. And I also want to get like a weather brief in a cool way, like the movies. Yeah. And
I can just see Wanbin going like this on screen.
Yeah. And will this happen very soon or anytime soon? I doubt it, but once the AI's experimental phase is over, its exponential growth will definitely make a lot of sci-fi movies into reality, and I can't wait for that. I really look forward to that day.
Right, because the speed that technology evolves, it's mind-blowing. So that might happen in the future.
Yeah.
Maybe closer than we think.
Yeah.
Maybe. What do you expect, Brooke?
Yeah, you know, it's funny, the things we sort of fantasize about in the future that seem impossible.
They always come.
They always come
to reality.
true, right? When we look back at technology in movies in the 90s or the 2000s, for example, we kind of giggle because it looks so bulky, but back then it was seen as so advanced.
Yeah.
And I think decades from now, it's going to be the same thing. They're going to look back at these devices and say, what were they using? What were they thinking? You know, I think everything's going to get smarter. AI features are going to get even better. They're already so good at predicting our behaviors and our needs, but I think we're going to get even more personalized interactions. We'll have better virtual assistants as well. And we've been talking about cameras and other, phone features. AI is already making a big impact on cameras. We heard about the eraser tool, which is, I am jealous. I really want to use that. That's very cool. I think we're going to see more features like that, real-time editing suggestions. We might even see augmented reality on our phones in the future. And it's really mind-boggling to think that all of this can occur in this tiny device that you can hold in your hand. So yeah, I don't think we've even seen the half of it. I think the future really, it just holds all the possibilities.
I love the word mind-boggling. It
I
just
know.
sums up the development of smartphones
Absolutely.
and technology. And we'll bring you the latest tech trends here on NewsGen. And that's all we have for this episode of News Generation, but we will be back next Monday at 10:30 a.m. Korea time. Special thanks to Iwon Bin.
Always a pleasure.
Thank you. And Brooke Prince.
Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you. And to our viewers, thank you for watching and hope you wrap up your week well. We are
News Generation.